Gibson, now don't you come back in here until you've hosed off. Aunt Dawn doesn't need you dragging any of your old nasty stuff from outside.
Okay, Mom.
I can't believe how big he's getting.
No, nope, you don't get to say that.
Oh, why not?
Because I'm pregnant and I'm hormonal and I say so.
What? You're pregnant?
You're so funny.
Oh, wait. Turn sideways for me. I'll just do it. Now, stick out your tongue. Hey, Jen, come look. I found you a zipper for your art project.
Jen, your mother is making a pregnant woman run after the things she wants to throw at her. Fine, I love you too.
Ooh, okay, who's getting this one?
What is it?
$4 off. Full-size Snuggle laundry detergent.
Oh, what scent?
Any cent, valid till December 2003.
Next year? Oh, I want it.
What do you got?
Tortilla chips and Sprite.
I don't know.
I know you already got detergent.
I could run out.
Where'd you go last month?
Work.
Uh-huh.
Gas station.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure I visited Mom at some point.
Maybe.
Aldi's.
Yeah, that. What'd you buy?
I don't know. Cereal, 100 cans of tuna, paper towels. Oh, you mean detergent.
5-month supply?
6. Fine, but I want the Sprite.
Oh, that reminds me. What happened this week on Love in the Desert?
You missed it again?
Yeah, I've been busy with Walter on the road.
Well, that makes sense. Let me think. Oh, so Macy asked Frank and Jim both out on the camping trip.
All right, yeah.
It was looking like she was really clicking with Jim.
Well, yeah. Well, he's actually an all right human.
But then Jim got stung by a scorpion. Frank jumped in and tried to mix up this cactus salve thing while the producers called the ambulance. Of course, it didn't work and he made things worse because that crackpot stuff never works. But Macy started thinking of Frank like a hero, and then Jim got sent home.
I am speechless.
Mom, did you see those big rocks out here?
Stay. No, do not come back in here until you've hosed off.
I got those for the garden. If you get bored, you can move them for me.
Wouldn't that be nice? Well, you could show Aunt Dawn how strong you are.
Or you can clean up and come in here and do Jen's flashcards. The wheelbarrow is...
Don't you dare. If he carries those rocks by hand, he'll sleep like a corpse tonight. You give him a cart, and I'll still be chasing him at 9.
At least he's awake right now. Jen, get up and come say hi to Ashley. Lights are coming on. Hop up. How are you still asleep?
I'm trying.
I'm trying. I'll show you trying. Ashley, get the ice water.
No, Mom.
Get a whole bucket.
I'm getting it.
I'm up. See, I'm up.
Okay. You okay? You okay there, kid?
Just tired.
How can you be tired?
I didn't sleep much last night.
Why not?
Just not feeling great.
You feel fine.
Do you have any herbal tea?
Just drink some water.
Speaking of water, what did I miss on frostbite?
Oh, did you miss that one too? What has this week been? Let me think. Where did you leave off?
The K fell in on Francesca.
Right. So she survived, but only barely. There was a huge icicle that almost stabbed her, but it didn't. So, you know, back when What's-His-Doodle was keeping the dogs?
Which one?
The guy who was with Marcia before she disappeared.
Oh, the one who stabbed his mother with the frozen seagull carcass?
What?
No, the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so What's-His-Doodle apparently tried some weird thing when he had the dogs and he bit Balto.
No! Oh my gosh.
So Balto held up the ice around her. He's a vampire dog now.
Mom was so mad.
Why? That's so cool.
Okay, they were playing Francesca as so smart before this last run, and now she's going off on her own and not bringing any sort of communication with her.
Well, I thought she needed time to be alone after the breakup.
She can be alone without being an idiot. If the good Lord wanted us to die in ice caves, he wouldn't have given us the brains for radios. She has money for a cell phone even. Ooh, what's that under your elbow? There.
Oh, 5 times 57.
Not that.
Cough syrup.
Pass it.
You don't want us to use peppermint?
Nope, pass it.
Hey, can I take this page?
What for?
We have to make a collage for school, family traditions and stuff.
Is this our tradition?
It's a thing y'all do a lot.
Her teacher, let me tell you, it's batty the things she has them learning. Science teacher. Science teacher. And what did she have them learning this week? Tell her.
We made chicken water.
Oh, gross.
Chicken water. Drug a whole bunch of droppings into a school and had kids throwing it in water for chemistry class. Meanwhile, Jen, what's the 15th element?
I don't know. One of the brown ones?
What is the 15th element?
Heck if I know, I'm not going to need it. But she's going to, and that's not what she's getting with that backwards crackpot. The only reason they haven't fired her is because she's married to Mark Eldridge. The principal?
Well, I'm having fun, but chicken water under a microscope is really gross.
Wait, why do you need elements?
Did you not tell her?
I switched.
What?
Mom talked me into looking at other schools.
Like?
Stevens and Ozark.
Good schools. Anywhere else?
And Fayetteville.
I knew it. Woo, big shooey.
Say it.
I told you so. I said she'd wear you down.
I haven't gotten in yet.
She started looking through their list of majors.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of biomedical engineering.
Say what now?
Biomedical engineering.
You want to go make anthrax or some stuff?
No, I'm thinking of going into some sort of medicine research. I don't really know what it looks like yet.
She hasn't even talked about law school in over a month. I think she's serious. Gonna get ahead in this world, do big things.
Wow, our girl, a fancy science person. Well, I guess we'll have to get you a lab coat. Oh, I almost forgot, Dawn. What happened this week on Extreme Hospital Janitors?
Jen, I think it's time you go get dressed.
Do I have to?
Genesis Rochelle Rogers.
I'm gone.
Ashley, what's going on?
Well, we've just been busy with Mark on the road right now.
You are a terrible liar. What else is wrong?
We've been filling up on the water at the gas station.
Yeah.
Somebody saw us and they called CPS.
Oh,
Yeah, they came out last week.
why didn't you tell me?
They aren't threatened removal right now, but we have to get the well replaced. We decided we have to cut a few more corners.
How much more do you need?
All of it.
Which is?
Dave paid $10,000 on his, and we're up higher. Walter's thinking on taking longer routes.
I'm so sorry. I wish we could help. You can come over to watch shows if you want.
Thanks. We're probably going to have to cut back on gas too.
Right. We can tape cord stuff for you.
Thanks.
Mom, I found a big smell worm. I need Anthon's stick. Mom?
Gibson, what did I tell you? Do not come in here until you've hosed off.
Okay.
And don't put any of those worms in your pocket.
Happy, Mom?
She's not naked.
What was that?
What?
What was that sound?
Did the fridge kick on?
I thought I heard wind chimes.
We don't have any wind chimes. You're looking green. Are you okay?
I think I'll just get some more water. I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry.
Don't step over that. Sorry.
Hey, it's okay. Take deep breaths. Get over to the table.
You okay?
I should. I'm sure it's nothing. I just feel weird. I didn't sleep well.
Can you show me, sweetie? Call 911, call 911. Lay down, sweetie.
What is it?
Copperhead.
Hello? My friend's son was just bit by a copperhead. We need an ambulance. He's 6. We don't have an address. We're general delivery. County Road 86. It's the only house on the road. What? No, we can't wait that long. Tell the hospital we're coming. The ambulance is already out to another county.
I don't have gas.
Everyone in our car, go, go, go. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. Well, that's halfway. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Got it. Turn around. Oh, you look perfect. My gorgeous, smart girl. You've grown so much.
I know. My boobs are squished.
Stop that. You don't have boobs yet. You're too young.
That's called denial.
Yes, it is. Speaking of denial, how are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Mom, I'm sure. Hey,
My shoes. What shoes are you going to wear?
my black gels.
Didn't those wear through?
Oh, crud.
Go check my closet. See if I have any sandals or something.
Hello, hello. I know you've probably got to go soon, but I thought I'd come by and drop Jen's homework off from the week. Don't worry, she doesn't have to get it in too quick. Mark knows what's going on. She can take another week off if she needs.
That's very kind. I think she'll be back on Monday, but it's good to have this.
And how are you holding up?
I'm holding.
I just can't imagine. And with everything Ashley's been through this year, if there's anything that I can do to help.
Unless you can drill a well.
Miss Eldridge,
Hey, sweetie.
what are you doing here?
I just came to drop off some things.
Oh, I finished my traditions poster. Can I give it to you now?
Of course.
1 second.
So, how?
I noticed the most.
Sorry.
Sorry, you go.
No, I wasn't sure.
I noticed you have some lovely trees outside your porch. Sassafras and peach, right?
Yeah, and persimmons on the property line.
Found it.
Oh, let me look. What's this here?
It's a Christmas tree.
It's all silver.
Yeah, we only get the silver ones with the lights in them.
And this?
Is a car on a long road.
Why?
We drive out to Springfield every year for our school shopping.
So fancy. And this, oh, are these your trees out front? I was just telling your mother how much I liked them.
Yeah.
What kind of tradition do you have with them?
Well, you see that bat there labeled stick?
You did not put that on there.
Whenever Mom gets upset about something, she lets it out by hitting the tree until she's ready to talk.
It's just a fun little thing.
I love it.
I thought you had to do traditions.
Lots of things we don't think about as traditions are. This is great, Jen, great job. I take it you got a good night's sleep then.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I almost forgot. You know that happens when you get older. I was canning some preserves last night, and in and around my cookbooks, I found this old book that I thought you'd like.
Thank you.
Mrs. Eldridge, I have to ask, how does this poster help in science?
Yes, well, yes. It's not the first thing some folks think of, But really, all science starts as tradition. People do things, they find out what they work, they pass it on.
So you want the students to pass on just whatever they do at home?
Sometimes, if it's right for them, like the canning I was doing last night. There might be fancier ways to do it, but the way I do it, even though it's old, was newfangled one time. The old timers must have thought it was the best thing they'd ever found.
Have you tried any of the new ways?
Oh, I don't suppose so. I've just seen them in TV sometimes.
You know, I just got a new Fingerhut catalog in. I bet you could order an electric pressure cooker from there and save a lot of time.
You know, maybe I could. You think this old dog could learn a few new tricks?
I'll go get it for you.
So tell me, did you hear anything?
Yeah, wind chimes and a crow.
Anything else?
I heard like a barking for a bit, but before the wind chimes, I heard nothing.
I think you'll like this book. Chapter 6, I think, has some stuff you'll want to read.
Here you go. It's in here somewhere.
Oh, how exciting. I'll have to show Mark when I get home.
Wow, this is wild.
What you got there?
You know, while you were looking for this, I was appreciating just how lovely your house is.
Well, thank you.
Such a nice little mix of old and new.
We try to keep it up as best we can.
But you still have a landline. That's nice. Too many people rushing into those moving phones.
Well, I think we'll get one soon enough. Got to pay for Jen's tests first.
Are you sick?
Huh? No.
No, her ACT.
Oh, right. You are still taking that, dear.
We do flashcards every day.
Imagine that. Iola, you used to study the same way.
Dawn.
Oh, yes, old age, Dawn. And this chest is gorgeous. Is it handmade?
Peaches.
Peach wood? How would you
If you're going to be doing so much canning, I bet you'd like some peaches to take home. Would you like some peaches?
Well, sure. Speaking of peaches, Mark told me what's been going on with Ashley before all this. I know it may be too soon for this discussion, but please tell her if she needs to save some money on the survey for that well, I'm happy to come out and do a little peach witching. I used to be good at it back in the day. Chapter 3, I think.
I'm sure she'll find a reliable way.
I can't find peach trees in here, but there's some sassafras. I didn't know you can make tea with tree roots.
What is that?
It's the book Mrs. Eldridge brought me.
Let me see that. What is this?
Don't you recognize it?
Get out of my house.
Iola.
Leave.
Sorry, I mean, Dawn. I didn't mean no harm.
You don't even see what you are. You people are all the same. You hokey old farts do nothing but peddle lies. Why? So you can feel smart. Or no, why? Because you want to, what, feel in control? Why do you do shit like this?
Mom,
Go to your room, Jen. And you need to leave. And when you leave, you need to drive straight out of the county and find the first place that'll commit you. You believe any of the crock in there, and I know you do. You've convinced yourself that it's all real, right? Right? If I didn't have better manners than to hit an old crone, I'd slap you sane. You honestly think these hills are crawling with haint hounds and filled with war silver? You think you can cure anything with elderberries and yarrow and hemlock? If you could do any of that, you know what they call you back then? A monster, a witch, a murderer. You'd be burned at the stake with a skewer through your heart.
why is Dad's name in the front?
And I'd be the person on the front row with the marshmallows ready to watch you burn. Get out of my house before my daughter catches whatever zombie disease rotted your brain. And if I ever hear that you are teaching this mess to your class, I will call all the way up to the board to get you fired. I will call the state if I have to. You have no right to. You have no right. You hypocrite, murdering, lying, delusional, festering boil of a woman. We should get going. You ready?
Yeah, you got the eulogy?
Right here. I smell acetone. Nobody better be on the furniture.
We're on the floor.
What?
We're on the floor.
You better be.
We are.
You better not be on the carpet.
We're not.
What?
We're not. Cotton fluff.
Cotton fluff.
Color choice time. Now spread them out and let's see. We got night sky, somehow both invisible and flaky. We've got sunrise, sunset, and razorback red. See, that's the look. You can't even pretend to be excited anymore.
It's fine.
It's not fine. You have to tell her at some point.
I will.
Before you move into your dorm,
Don't.
if you keep putting it off, you're going to end up going through it all.
I know.
No, I mean all. You're going to move to Fayetteville, study your tail end off, fall into the boring crowd, stay with the boring crowd when they become the exciting crowd, get lost blindfolded in the basement of the old main building, and before you know it, you'll be married to a woo pig frat boy who decided geology, and you're spend your summers in an oil field in East Texas wondering how you got there.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yep, you'll have money, but you'll have to answer to some weird pet names they gave you freshman year. So pick wisely. You're picking your profession after the divorce.
Jensen.
Hosting Tupperware parties.
Rochelle.
Your middle name?
Why not?
Receptionist.
Barbie.
Come on now, just tell her, how hard is it?
Hard.
No, it's not. Repeat after me. Oh, mother dearest,
Oh, mother dearest.
I do not wish
I do not wish
to be
to be
a smelly javelina.
a smelly javelina.
I do not wish
I do not wish
to walk up that hill to school
to walk up that hill to school
every day.
every day. But what do I do when she asks why? She's going to ask why.
You could tell her the truth.
That sounds dangerous.
Practice and tell me why.
Okay. Why I don't want, no, ew, gross. The only thing coming to mind starts with when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, and that's not right.
Not unless you want her to think you're pregnant. You're not pregnant, right?
No! With who?
I have to ask.
I wish I didn't want to was enough.
I know, and somewhat it is.
No, it's not. And I know how it sounds. It's not that I think I'm dumb. I know I'm not, and I'm not afraid of working hard or doing what I have to, you know? I just can't picture what comes after.
Nobody can see the future.
I know. It's just, why do I want to do all of that work and go through all of that pain when I know it means I can't come back? I don't know what I want to leave forever, and that's what it means.
You know it's not a forever choice, right?
I know, but it starts the forever choices. Here isn't any of them, and I don't know that I want to be big. I like feeling small and quiet, and I like being here. That sounds lazy, but I don't think it is. I kind of just want to be.
Listen, moms. Well, I shouldn't say moms. Most moms, good moms. Good parents want what's best for their kids. We're all just guessing what that is. Sometimes we make mistakes, big mistakes. We spend a lot of time trying not to picture your future, then picturing your future, then feeling guilty about picturing your future for you, but we get attached to that future. If it changes, it takes some getting used to, a lot of getting used to. Man, I thought Gibson could be a lawyer the way he argued, or work on a road crew with the way he loved to dig, clearly, but that wasn't the stuff I was stuck on. Mostly I pictured holidays, him coming home and just sitting on the couch and telling me about his life. Anything he hadn't said on the phone, just telling me everything. Sometimes he had kids. Sometimes he brought someone home, special home. But every time he sat on the couch, he told me about his life. I guess what I'm saying is leave the best parts of the picture. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to stay here and spend time with you until a little bit gets here, I swear, but
What do you need right now? Hugs or distraction?
distraction, please.
So last week in class for chemistry, Noah, he was the lead singer in that weird group at the Christmas music pageant in 8th grade.
The one with the lights on the vest with the only one hoe?
Yeah. And so he told this Joe story thing. Let me see if I can get this right. There was a guy and he wanted to, what was it? He was on this tour in some city just looking around at the sights, and he got separated from his group. And he wound up on stage at this concert for this famous band. And when he was up there, people were just screaming at him all, yeah, do it, because apparently the drummer had just dropped. He had just fainted from excitement and the band needed someone to drum. He didn't know what to do. And so he sat down to drum and he didn't know how to drum, but he just started hitting things and it sounded so good. So he played the whole concert and the crowd was going wild. And it was just the best feeling he ever felt in his life. He was just high on being up on stage. When he was leaving, though, the band was like, hey, you should come play for us again. He liked the idea a little and he was ready to go home to his family. But he went home back to his boring life. So after a year or so, he really started to miss that high. So he started saving up a lot of money. He worked a bunch of extra hours. He was never home, but he got the money to get to the city and he flew there and he got there. And then he realized he didn't know where the concert was. And so he signed up for the same tour again and they went all over the city. And when he got bored, he wandered off and found himself on the stage and the crowd was screaming at him, yeah, you got this. And he turns to grab the drumsticks, but it was a different band. And their drummer was fine, but their kazoo player had passed out. So he picked up the kazoo, but he wasn't any good at it. He felt bad, so he went home. Another year passed and he started to get bored again. He missed drumming, so he started saving up to go back to the city. He worked long hours and late nights and finally got the money together and he went to the city. He still didn't know where the concert hall was, so he signed up for the tour again and they went all around the city. And he got bored and he wandered away and he found himself on stage and the crowd was screaming, but it wasn't the band from before. This band was missing a guitar player and he picked up the guitar and he was so bad at the guitar. So he went back home all sad. And a year passed and he got bored and he really missed drumming with that band. So he worked long hours and late nights and he got up all the money and he went to the city and he got on the tour and he got off the tour and he was on stage and the crowd was screaming and the drummer was passed out. So he took the seat beside the drums and he held the drumsticks in his hand and he said, I think I'd rather sing.
Are you serious? That's it?
Yep. When Mrs. Eldridge heard it, she got so ruffled up that she almost dropped a chunk of potassium into the water.
She was trying to reach me a while back. I don't think I called her to see what for.
Hey, Mom, how's it coming?
Stay out there. I still have a few more gifts to go.
She wanted to offer to Peach Witch for you so you didn't have to pay at least for this first survey.
She can do that?
Uh-huh.
Do you have her number?
Yeah, she wrote it in a book she brought me, but you can't tell Mom I have it. Pinky promise?
Pinky promise.
Here.
Won't your mom see it in there?
No, she never goes through Dad's stuff. Here's the number.
Hey, Mrs. Eldridge, I just heard you might be willing to do a peach witching for me. Are you serious? Yes, anytime. Well, what's good for you? Yeah. I've got gas right now. I can meet you there in about an hour-ish. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you soon. Bye. If this works, we could probably get drilled before this one's here.
That's great.
Wait, Aunt Radar, why don't you want your mom to know about a book?
It's this.
Holy cow. It's still got his writing in it. Baby, you didn't tell me you got this. Your dad loved this old book. How did Miss Eldridge get in her hands on it?
I guess she found it at a thrift store. When Mom saw it, she flipped.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Why?
Why do you think?
You say that like I should know, and I've been trying to figure it out. Mom called Mrs. Eldridge a monster and delusional when she saw it.
Your mother told you about how your father died.
That they got sick?
Well, there's that. Yeah, he got sick. I don't know that I should be the one to say.
Please tell me.
He had a really bad cough, and it was driving him nuts. So he had Dawn make him a sassafras tea with the roots from the tree outside. He drank a ton of it because he loved that book and stuff like it, and he thought it'd help. He must have drunk gallons. We didn't know back then that it was poison. Your mom changed a lot after that.
Wow. I didn't know.
You okay?
Yeah. The conversation just got harder, though.
You can see why she gets nervous. Do you think just going for a year would hurt you?
I don't know. I know I don't like what people become when they stay where they don't want to be. I don't know what happens when you go there.
Then you have to tell her.
Tell who what?
Done wrapping presents.
Yep. No shopping left to do and a few months to spare. Now let's watch some frostbitten vampires.
You can do this.
Hey, Mom,
What? What did you say, sweetie?
She's pointing out that I have to head out for a bit.
Do you need any gas money?
No, Walter left enough before he went back on the road. I'm just heading over to the house.
Do you need one of us to go with you? What do you need?
Actually, I'm meeting Miss Eldridge over there.
You can't be serious. You're smarter than that.
But I'm just poor enough. I think I'll take Jen with me. The nail polish fumes must be getting to her. Fresh air will be good. That okay?
Fine. Hey,
Announce yourself.
sorry, that was me trying to.
No, I know, it's fine.
How did it go?
You sure you want to know?
Not really, but I'm sure you want to tell me. I was really just coming out to get some water.
That's what I was doing too.
Oh, boo, that's not even a good joke.
But you laughed a little.
Did you find a spot?
Yeah, they did.
Did Mr. Eldridge come?
No, why?
You said they.
Oh, no. Well, Jen tried to help. They talked about the full time we were there. Those two can gab. What is it?
I'm losing
What?
her.
You need to say more.
Jen's getting so attached to that old bird.
She's your teacher. Isn't that a good thing? You want them to get along, right?
Usually, yes. Any other teacher. Yeah, I want her to be close to the teachers that make her excited about the future. Give her something to look forward to. She's pulling her into the past. Jen doesn't need that. She's young. She doesn't know what's at stake, you know? She doesn't have the life experience to look around and see everything that can go wrong, how much can get messed up, you know? Right now, I'm sure she looks around and she sees how happy people like the old coot seem like, because they seem happy when they're out, but you know they're not.
She seems happy enough to me.
Right now and outside, sure, but That's not real. What happens in 10 years? After she's retired, what's the woman going to do? I mean, yes, she'll probably garden. That's what old people do, but he'll die before her, and what will that be? She'll sit around alone, just her and her plants. That's what happens to everyone who stays around places like this. They get caught up in how pretty everything is, and they stay, and they convince themselves that the person they are is the kind of person who stays in a place like this. And they get trapped, and they can't leave because they don't have any money, so they tell themselves that they stay for the people, but they're just here because they can't leave, and leaves look nice 8 months out of the year, and the hills are pretty. Then everyone they know dies, and just left with the land, and land doesn't love anyone. So they die alone and loveless. That's not her. That's not Jen. Jen is smart enough to get out. She can make something of herself out there, get a job that pays real money in a city with sidewalks where she can walk to work if her car gives out without being smashed on the windshield of a Mack truck. She can get to know people, real people, people who look different and talk different and think different and who are all different ages, so that when she dies, she'll die knowing real people who love her, and she won't be buried in the same ground that betrayed her and took everything from her.
I feel like I should say something, but also like you aren't done yet.
I'm not done yet. I know I pushed Jen hard, and I know to some people that makes me look like a witch. I get it. I know what people say.
People don't.
I know they call me that. It's fine. I'll be that if it keeps her safe. And you don't have to tell me. I know she doesn't love the idea of Fayetteville yet, but she will. You know, she tried to write the wrong GPA on her application. I checked over everything before I mailed them out. I fixed it. She'll be fine.
Does she know?
Not yet. What are you doing?
Looking for your tape recorder.
Why?
Because I want you to say everything you just said, and I want you to play it back so you can hear it. And I want you to look at a photo or something of Jen while you're doing it. If you want me to be honest, when you describe Jen, I don't think you're describing Jen. You're describing you.
You sound like a Hallmark movie.
I'm serious. Are you trying to convince her to leave or to figure out why you stayed?
Do you think I should try and make peace with Mrs. Eldridge?
I'm sure your daughter would appreciate it, like it or not. That woman is part of her life. If you keep shoving away a part of that girl, the whole thing's gonna go eventually.
I hate when you make sense. Maybe I'll have a talk with her. Can you take Jen out for lunch sometime? I'll pay.
Sure. Can we go to bed now? I'm carting around a watermelon under this shirt.
Thanks for coming over.
Of course. Of course, anytime you need something, you just need to ask. What's got your mind?
Oh, I don't need nothing.
So this is just a friendly visit?
Yeah, something like that. How are things going for you?
Oh, we're good. I don't know if you heard, but we're expecting a new grandbaby.
Oh, that's great. When's it due?
March 19th is what the doctors said, but I know it's going to be an early baby. You can feel it. Alice isn't showing yet. You know how she's always been a twig. But I think it's going to be a boy. Too soon to tell, though. Way too soon. But I'm trying to guess ahead and get the quilt made.
Of course. Have you picked a pattern yet?
No, not yet. I've been looking through some books to see if there's anything new I like, but everything in the books is just things I've seen people make before.
Jen had a Felix the Cat one.
Oh, that had to have been hard to piece.
Her grandmother just used applique and a little puff paint.
Oh yes, that would make sense. She always did go for the simpler options. You know, she had the most fascinating mind. The way she just think things over for a few months and then just whip it out in a flash. I can't do that. I think of a thing and I've got to do it.
Yeah, she was pretty great.
Was? Did something happen?
Oh, no, she's fine. Just moved out to California after.
I bet Jen loves getting to go visit her out there. Is she in the warm parts?
She's in Fullerton, out near LA. Jen hasn't had a chance to visit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no need. What's that look?
If I'm being honest, I'm not sure what makes you mad. Am I wrong to be cautious?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. We need to get along for Jen.
Okay.
So let's be friendly.
I don't know what you mean. You still haven't told me why you were mad in the first place.
I didn't want her to have that book.
Don't lie to an old woman.
It's not a lie. I don't want her to have that book.
That's not a lie, but it's not why. Horses don't charge till they're on edge.
I want you to stop teaching her to Granny.
That's more honest, at least. Don't mean I understand it.
She has a future ahead of her, one with real science and real medicine.
I don't disagree.
Then why would you teach her this horse hockey?
Because she has to learn.
I think that's for me to decide.
She's not a dog. You're not picking her kibble.
But I know what's best for her.
I can see where this is going, and you don't want me to go there.
Fine, go there.
What color is this?
Yellow,
How do you know?
because bananas are yellow?
Are they? They're not.
Yes.
When did you learn that?
I don't know. When I learned colors.
When you learned colors. Open it.
It's open.
What color is it?
Still yellow. Where are you going with this?
What color will it be in 3 days?
Brown.
Interesting. You know, there's a banana in Central America that's red. There's another one somewhere that's blue. Bananas don't have to be yellow.
That one is yellow.
It looks yellow to you, yes, but it started out looking green. It had all those little chlorophyll pigments. When it ripened and was less acidic, the chlorophyll died. Did those yellow pigments come from nowhere? No, they were there in little patches, in little bits. The banana was green and yellow, but it was only green to you.
But it's yellow now.
Is it? Look at the mushy part in your hand. If you took it to the paint store and had them match it, they'd give you something white-like. And when it starts to brown, if you hold it up to the light, do you know what color comes through?
Orange.
Orange. Because the yellow pigments start to die. The banana has always been red, at least a little bit. In fact, that red is what made the yellow so vibrant. That's why it's so bright right now. So then you ask, why isn't it orange? It is, in a sense, but you were told that that right there is yellow. Now it's yellow, it will always be yellow. Every now and again, you'll see a bit of orange, but that yellow holds on. Sometimes language becomes a reality. There are other languages out there. Kids who grow up speaking Turkish and Russian, they have a word for what we call teal. It's its own color. It's not green, it's not blue. So when we're burning copper chloride and a foreign language student writes down that they see green and blue and teal lines in a spectroscope, I have 2 duties to them. First, I grade them knowing the language that gave them their reality. Then I've got to help them understand that you and I live in a different one. I have to teach them the science of both worlds because copper chloride burns green and teal and blue, but it also just burns green and blue. Your daughter speaks another language. You'd want me to teach her in yours.
Are you calling my daughter stupid?
No, but you might be. Last time I was in this room, you called me a whole bunch of names I will not repeat in polite society. She heard every single one. I grade her homework. Her inductive reasoning is fine. She can cross-apply.
She's not like you.
She is a gifted student and a gifted granny woman. She is the only old soul your family has left, or are you too blind to notice? When was the last time you saw her cry?
I think you know the answer to that one.
And I bet it only lasted a few hours. Then she was running around cheering everyone else up, even though she just went through hell. I bet she stayed right by Ashley's side, laughing and joking. Why do you think that is?
She's a good kid.
So are you. You're a good kid, and you are scared, and you are hurt, and you aren't like her. You will keep hurting for a long time. But you can't expect her to be the same kind of kid you are. And you can't expect her to take care of everyone else, including you. If you don't want her to be an old soul, then step up and do the job she's having to do. Open your eyes and show some empathy. Maybe take notice when she can't sleep.
That's enough. I am the adult here, and I am doing what needs to be done. Let me be very clear. If you say one more thing to her about mushrooms or persimmons or cattle standing in deer season, I'm going straight to the Department of Education, and I will make sure you lose your license.
Then I'm guessing we're done here. I'll see you at the next parent-teacher conference.
And not before. Sweetie, Jen, wake up.
What's wrong?
Is that you screaming?
Was I?
What's wrong?
It's fine.
Did you have a bad dream? You look green. Do you want some water?
I'm kind of hot.
Do you need an ice pack?
I want to sit on the floor. I'm sorry I woke you up. You can go back to bed now.
I think I'll stay a bit. Your heart's calming down. You know, when I was your age, I used to have sleep paralysis. Yep. Used to wake up every morning at exactly 4:37 a.m. and couldn't move even a little. And I was still dreaming, so it was weird.
Did you see stuff?
Sometimes, yeah. I've seen a bunch of scary stuff from TV, creature from Alien, sometimes John Travolta.
Why? Was he hot back then?
He's hot now.
Okay.
Oh, you don't believe me? I'll show you. Never mind, not the time. I don't know where I was going.
Did Dad have nightmares ever?
Not really. No. God, I hated him sometimes. He never had nightmares, never got sick, too perfect.
But he did get sick.
Yeah.
Mom, Aunt Ash told me what happened.
What?
Mom, I'm okay.
Is that why you're having nightmares?
No, Mom, it has nothing to do with that. Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know. Because it's stupid.
What do you mean?
We should have known, you know?
But you didn't know.
But we should have. You'll get it when you're older. I can't believe Ashley said something.
She's stressed.
Your dad loved you. You know that, right? He was trying to stay here for you.
For you too.
It's not your fault.
Did I scream?
When he died?
Yeah.
No. You were the perfect child. You didn't hardly ever scream.
What about the night before?
I don't know. Why?
Just curious.
No. You started to say something.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's nothing. Drop it.
Excuse you?
Sorry.
What?
What?
What is wrong with you?
What?
What did I do to make you treat me this way?
What?
You need to straighten up.
What are you talking about?
You aren't talking to me.
I'm talking to you.
No, you're talking. You're saying stuff, but you aren't saying what you're thinking. You aren't talking to me. You're acting like a zombie.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Watch your tone.
I didn't say anything.
It's not what you said, it's how you said it.
Well, how did I say it?
Don't pull that with me.
I want to go back to bed.
No, you're staying. We're having this conversation.
What conversation?
Why don't you talk? Why don't you trust me? You should scream at me. You should fight me. You should be a teenager, not a zombie.
I'm not trash, Mom.
What?
I'm not trash. I'm not a murderer. I know you think I am, but I'm not.
I never.
Yes, you do. You want me to yell. I'm yelling.
Who told you that, Croc?
You did, Mom. You want to know what I dreamed about tonight?
Yeah, that would be a start.
I dreamed that I was in this house, but it was empty and way, way bigger. But there were boxes everywhere, and I was here, and there were other people here, and everyone was helping move the boxes. And I went into a room, but it was a new room, and I had to move some boxes. I had to. I couldn't stop. Something told me I had to. And behind them was this thing. It looked like a jackal or something, but it was empty, like velvet or nothing. I tried to touch it, but there was nothing. Like I couldn't feel anything. It just, my hand slipped through, and then my whole body and everything was inside it. And nothing is right there. It's so quiet that the silence is loud, and it's so warm that it's cold. It felt like my chest was squeezing in and I couldn't breathe. And it felt so good. And I hated that it felt that way because it shouldn't. And I tried to claw out, and then I was just outside looking at the house. And I know this makes no sense, but everyone was there with me, and I guess they weren't before because I couldn't remember them. But I was looking at the house, and the jackal thing was leaving, but I couldn't see when it was in the open. When the moon touched it, it was gone, but it went under the tree, and I could see it. And then a cloud got the moon covered, and the jackal was just bright darkness, and it looked at me, and I could feel it in me, and I tried to scream, and then I woke up.
Jen,
I'm sorry I touched it.
did you have this dream before? When?
The night before the snake.
Why didn't you tell me?
I was afraid to. I didn't want to hurt you.
Oh, honey, you can't hurt me.
I'm not trash.
I know. I'm so sorry. Hey, look at me. Nothing is going to happen tomorrow. I promise. It's just a dream.
What if the witching was wrong?
Then nothing will happen. They'll just have to drill again.
But Aunt Ash will lose her baby, and it could cave in, and someone could die.
No one is going to die.
Why not this time?
Listen to me. Sometimes our minds just get ahead of us, and our dreams say something. Haint Hounds ain't real. You read some of those books from Mrs. Eldridge. Maybe you smelled the nest. You couldn't have known awake. Now you're just afraid of it happening again, and you're just repeating the dream. Okay?
Okay.
It's going to be okay. How about we skip the drills tomorrow and do something fun?
Like what?
You want to make some persimmon pudding? Tree's right.
Sure.
Go back to bed and get some rest.
2 plus 2 is 4.
Yes.
8 times 2 is 16.
Mm-hmm.
7 squared is 49.
Mm-hmm.
Square root of 169 is 13.
Good. Now this.
Oh, 5. I thought you said we'd do something fun.
The pudding's in the oven. Say it all.
125 raised to the 1/3 power is 5.
Great job. Now, go get more water and we'll start on the geometry.
But you know none of the questions on the ACT look like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then why are we doing this?
Oh, I don't know. Reaction time. Quick. You have 2 right triangles. You know the shorter sides of the larger triangle. They're 3 and 4 feet long. You only know one of the short sides of the other one. It corresponds with the 4-foot long side, but it measures 2 feet. How long is the longer short side of the smaller triangle?
4 by 2 is 2. 1 over is half. Half of 3 is 1.5.
What's that in inches?
18.
Then the flashcards are on the test.
Okay, fine. Oh, sorry.
I'm sure it's fine. Hello? No, sorry, I already have life insurance. Can you remove my number? Thank you. See, it's fine.
I didn't say anything.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Now, surprise writing. Take a stance.
Mom, really, it's Thanksgiving break.
Should schools have uniforms?
Sure.
Yes or no?
Yes.
3 reasons. Go.
More affordable, quicker mornings,
What?
getting ready and stuff.
Cool. 3rd,
Mental health. Everyone is the same.
should it be illegal to own a bear?
What?
Should it be illegal to own a bear?
Is it not?
No. Go.
No.
3 reasons.
I mean, yes. I mean, because they'll be all sad if they're trapped.
1,
They belong in their natural habitat.
2.
Bananas.
What?
I couldn't think fast. They could really hurt the owners.
There you go.
Your turn.
No,
Come on.
I'm not the one taking the ACT in 3 weeks.
Is it that soon?
Yes, because yes, yes, and yes.
Should we be worried that we haven't heard anything yet?
I'm sure it means the drilling is going well. This is really bothering you, huh? Okay, go get your shoes on. We'll go check. Oh, Jen, never mind. Ashley's here.
Really?
She's going to need help loading her stuff. Can you go fold the blankets?
Yeah.
Honey, what's wrong? Here, sit down. Are you in pain? Did the drilling work? Are you okay? Is it the baby? Jen, come grab some water.
What? Oh my God, what's wrong?
I don't know, just grab the water. Genesis,
I'm sorry.
don't just stand there, get another glass.
I'm sorry.
Don't you worry, you have nothing to be sorry about. Now, let's take this slow. Tell me what happened. If I ask you yes, no questions, can you nod? Okay. Does it have something to do with the drilling? Did they find water? Good. Did the drill stop working? Okay. Did they want more money? Well, is everyone okay? Is that a contraction? Do we need to get to the hospital? Okay, did one of the workers get hurt? Did you get hurt? Did someone get hurt? Who? Did someone die? Sweetie, go to your room. We'll just sit here until you can talk.
Mrs. Eldridge sent Mr. Eldridge over with some food for us, and he decided to stay and watch the drilling. And it was over, and one of the county cops pulled up, and he had to talk to Mr. Eldridge. So I guess Mrs. Eldridge sent him over because she was canning and she had to figure out her new cooker. And the pressure cooker blew up, and the neighbors heard.
That's terrifying.
The cop didn't have his lights on.
Okay, that's good, right? I didn't know you two were close.
It's just, he was there, and he screamed. He screamed like I screamed.
Oh, honey.
It all came back. I told Walter I was fine. I just needed a drive, but then I wasn't fine. I'm not fine, so I came here. So sorry.
Oh, what are you sorry for?
This isn't how Jen should find out.
Find out what?
Sweetie, something happened. Mrs. Eldridge had an accident. She didn't make it.
What? No, you're lying. And Ash, she's lying, right? How did it happen?
Her pressure cooker blew up.
Fuck you, Mom.
Genesis Rochelle,
You wanted this. You told her to get the damn thing.
you watch your mouth, young lady.
That's your problem. You're always trying to change people and make them what they're not. And it's because you want them to die. You want this whole place to die. You wanted her to die because she helped me live, and you want me to die. You want me to kill myself and ship me off to some school 1,000,000 miles away.
Jen,
I don't want to die.
what are you talking about?
I am so done with you.
Jen, we're going to talk. You can't. Jen! Fuck this tree! Fuck trees!
We need to go to the hospital.
It's gonna be okay. She just cut her hand.
No, I need to get to the hospital.
What? Oh my God, everybody in the car.
Should someone call Walter?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, they're coming faster.
You go, I'll stay and call.
Are you sure?
Yes, go,
Keep pressure on that.
go. Hi, Rhonda. This is Jen. Can you walk over to Ashley's and let Walter know that she's gone into labor? Yes, she and Mom are on their way to the hospital. Thank you.
Jen is smart. Jen is strong. Jen is going to get out and going to be okay. Jen isn't trapped here. Jen has her whole future ahead of her. Jen has nothing holding her back, even if she thinks she does. Jen loves new and exciting things. Jen is better than this place. Strong. Jen is going to get out and going to be okay. Jen isn't trapped here. Jen has her whole future ahead of her. Jen has nothing holding her back, even if she thinks she does. Jen loves new and exciting things. Jen is better than this place.
Nice.
Jen is smart. Jen is strong. Jen is going to get out and going to be okay. Jen isn't trapped here. Jen is scared. Hey,
Hey, is she okay?
Yeah.
Did she have the baby?
10 fingers, 10 toes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
What's its name?
Huh?
The baby.
Oh, her name is Grace. Grace Marie.
That's cute.
Yeah. She came as soon as we got in the door.
Is that supposed to happen?
It can.
Cool.
You didn't answer my question.
I'm sorry.
No, you're allowed to feel things.
No,
You know, Walter's going to be really good with Grace.
good.
Oh, yeah, he came out and he was just beaming and glowing. And the last time I saw that look was your dad when you were born. Pardon the French, but I've been a bitch.
Mom.
I was thinking about it the whole way back up. I'm trying to be a good mom and I'm failing. And I'm failing because I'm scared. And when I'm scared, I just let you be scared.
I'm not scared.
Yes, you are.
No, it's not scared. You want to be good? Can you listen? I don't have words for it yet. It's like the only thing I'm scared about is people finding out I'm a monster.
I know what I said, but you aren't a monster just because you.
Not that kind. I'm fine right now. I don't get to be not fine, and that's the only thing that scares me.
What do you mean?
I have those dreams, and I don't know what I know, and then I find out, and I get just a few minutes to feel or react or whatever, and then I'm fine. I'm not sad, and I don't hurt. I'm empty, and I'm free. And sometimes I'm happy, but I know I'm not supposed to be. People don't get over it so quick. Real people don't. So I pretend because I don't want to be wrong like this, and if people knew I was like this, I wouldn't have anybody. And that's so selfish, and I'm so selfish. And then people come to me and they're crying, and I just sit with them and I talk to them, and I love helping them. I love that they cry to me, but that's sick. That's so sick. Who likes when people cry? But then I hate them too, because they can cry. It's like they're human, and you can see it on them. They're human, and they don't have to pretend to be. So I'm jealous. And sometimes I dream that I'm crying, and it's my favorite dream. I'm just sitting in the middle of some big public place, and I'm crying, and everyone can see it, and they know that I'm human, and that I can feel it. I know that sounds stupid.
Honey,
Do you hate me?
no. No, sweetie. Your dad was the same way. He was an old soul too.
What?
You aren't broken. You're ahead. You can't cry because you've already mourned. That's what your dreams are.
But you said...
I know what I said. I could be wrong sometimes. Look at me. You're a good person. You are human. Say it. Say it out loud.
I am human.
And you're good.
Am I?
You're not a bad person.
I am not a bad person.
You are going to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. And you have one hell of a swing. Look at this bat. Why did we never put you in softball?
It's so bloody.
That blood, you can't have that much in you. Oh, do you see that?
What?
It's not just blood. You smashed a persimmon in there.
Whoa, how? Oh, wow. I just realized I never finished going through the flashcards.
That doesn't matter. Dang, you put it in deep. I don't think I can get the pit. Oh, you know what? Come with me. Stand back. All right, old soul, I'm going to open my hand. When I do, look at the pit and the seed. I want you to tell me, does it look like a knife or a spoon?
What?
Knife or spoon, go.
It's kind of a fork.
Great. We're going to have a light winner.
Does that even work?
I don't know. Maybe.